I'm John the Phenomenon. This is John Cameron, and we're here today. We're talking about cigarettes and his new product. Can we start off and tell us about it here?
Sure, it's an electronic cigarette. It's basically a battery and a cartridge. But what it does is it gets 4,000 chemicals that a regular cigarette puts in you out.
Okay.
There's nothing in here but water, vaporizing fluid, and nicotine.
And the name of the product?
It's called the Saf Cig.
Saf Cig. And how did you come about getting into the vapor cigarette industry?
I couldn't imagine 6 months ago that I'd be sitting here talking to you about electronic cigarettes. I was in the middle of working on a game company with my brother, and I stopped because I wanted to quit smoking and I couldn't. And it literally put me up against a wall. I tried everything. I tried the patches, I tried the gum, nothing worked. So pack-a-day smoker for 10 years, former Marine, wants to quit, couldn't. I tried everything, nothing works. My woman is the one responsible for me being in the electronic cigarette business. She came home with a plastic e-cigarette and said, try this. And my instant reaction was, there's no way I'm going to, whatever that cheap piece of plastic, I'm not putting in my body. And she gave me this look like, you'll smoke a cigarette, but you won't use an electronic cigarette? And I said, okay, let's try it. One puff on an electronic cigarette. I haven't had a cigarette since, so that's 6 months for me. But a light bulb went off, and I went, if that works for me, I've got to get this out to the rest of the world. And so I went and found the Saf Cig and we partnered up.
Okay. Now, is this product right here, does it have nicotine in it?
It does.
It does?
But you can control the amount of nicotine.
Okay.
So if you're like a full flavored smoker, you can smoke at 24 milligrams of nicotine with a Saf Cig, but you can go all the way down to no nicotine. So the first time we have control over how much nicotine we ingest, which you can't do while you're smoking a cigarette.
Okay. Also, is there different flavors?
Yeah, we stick with traditional tobacco flavors. We're not doing any of the kiddie flavors, none of the bubble gum and root beer flavors. It's just tobacco flavors.
Just tobacco flavors. The bubble gum or
none of that stuff.
None of that stuff.
Like, the cigarette death is a real issue. Here's the ridiculous part: 6 million people are dying every year because of cigarettes, and we're kind of numb to it. There's no place to send the support team or the emergency team to go help these people because it's everywhere around you. There isn't 6 degrees of separation. It's right beside you. It's in your family. It's next door. So we're kind of grown kind of cold to the idea that 6 million of us are dying from cigarettes every year. 500 million people are going to be dead of those alive today from cigarettes. For the first time, the human race has got something in their hands they can do and use to combat tobacco. And it's an electronic cigarette.
Right. And the most addictive part is the nicotine.
The most addictive part isn't the nicotine. Nicotine is also addictive, but what you're addicted to is about 4,000 different chemicals, of which 100 of them are carcinogens. What you're addicted to is lead and styrofoam and styrene and acetate. So when you put on a patch and gum, why you keep craving cigarettes is because they've got things in them that the gum and the patch don't address.
You were saying something about it's practically like taking an X-ray a day?
Cigarettes are radioactive. The harvesting of the tobacco over time in the field so much has caused an actual process that as you smoke a pack of cigarettes, it's like getting an X-ray. It's like having your arm X-rayed from a doctor.
Oh man.
It's unbelievable. It's just, the reality is that an electronic cigarette is an immediate harm reducer. I often say it doesn't matter if you use a Saf Cig, use any electronic cigarette that actually says what's in their product, and instantaneously you'll get 4,000 chemicals out of your system.
I have asthma. Okay, I used to smoke, but when I started doing the vapor cigarette, I would feel a little clogged, but not as dirty. Now that you've stopped for 6 months and you're on the vapor,
yeah, I feel great.
You feel great?
And it's a good point because the vaporizing fluid that's in this is the same thing that's in those asthma inhalers that people use. So when people ask what's in an electronic cigarette, we have good data from the past 50, 60 years of people using asthma inhalers of what vaporizing fluid does. So the reality is that what's in this is water, nicotine, and vaporizing fluid. We add some flavors so it tastes like tobacco.
Okay, and just because it's vapor, there's no accounts of anybody getting pneumonia or anything like that?
We have gone through soup to nuts. We're actually partnering with a number of different agencies to do the research over 30-day trials constantly for the next 2 years to study what's going on specifically. And the answer is that the harm reduction that takes place the moment you stop taking in tobacco will be an instant change for the way your lungs work.
Nice. Well, I don't have any more questions. You guys have any more questions? That's freaking awesome. Can we try it?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So just take that cap off. Yes, you can use it indoors. Yes, they don't mind. We've already talked to them.
Oh, really?
Come here, Willie.
Yeah, so I mean,
This is Willie, our newest member of Go Freak Media,
how's it going?
and
So,
a
I
good
mean-
guy.
So you kind of partner with Bart.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, these are definitely.
Well, I can feel kind of like I did a little dip.
You can feel the
You
nicotine.
can kind of feel them, yeah.
Now you get. So for the first time, huh? All the smokers that are in bars, it's secondhand smoke that's all over the
Yeah.
place. It's just vapor. It's water
Because
vapor.
even if you go outside, it's all going to come back in as soon as you open the door.
Instantaneously, man. You're not poisoning the people next to you.
Yeah.
You can sit here and use an electronic cigarette from
Enjoying
Saf
the
Cig
smoke.
all
Sorry,
day.
I just had to
These
obviously
are
finish
No,
really
no, no.
awesome for the winter
This
time.
is
All the
awesome.
It's good, eh?
smokers, they don't want to
Just
go
go
outside. They don't want to walk in the
work.
rain.
You can stand
Yeah.
indoors at a bar. You can have a smoker.
Yeah.
Use an electronic cigarette indoors.
But you've got
Yeah.
that swagger as well. You look really comfortable.
I'm like, I think I got a head change. I feel a little.
It's like a cup of coffee. It's nicotine.
I'm allergic to caffeine, so
Well, don't,
yeah.
don't want you drinking a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
But this is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely going to be. So there's different milligrams.
You can control the milligram count. So
How would you do that? By
each
twist?
cartridge, no, you get these cartridges are
Yeah.
18 milligrams.
Yeah.
So you go out and you get the 24 milligram or the 14 or the 11 or the 6. You can get our cartridges have 0 milligram counts in them as well. So you can use
Just
this
use it as a
without
vapor?
any nicotine at all.
Oh, nice. So people that are mainly just
Trying to get off of nicotine, yeah, and just addressing the tactile sense.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I'm like, this. You know what? This feels like one of the most powerful ones, though, too.
This is middle. This is near the top. This is 18. So the only one stronger is 24.
What I mean is, like, when you draw it,
Mm-hmm.
it's a little bit more easier to draw. Like, I bought the one from 7-Eleven, and that one, like, it broke.
We
like,
are,
instantly.
yeah, we are the most engineered product on the market. We've got the most advanced flow sensor. We're using, lithium-ion batteries, same stuff that's in your cell phone. The science behind how this works is being done here in California. All the cycles being done in the U.S. It's just one of those things.
Ooh, right on. I like it. I think you need to try it. Joe.
Joe's okay?
Joe's okay. But yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Mr.
Thank you, sir.
Cameron.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much. Go Freak Media.